Allie said she has a story.
A little story time.
Let me just adjust these glasses for emphasis on stories.
I'd like you to tell the whole story like you just said story
time.
time. Yeah.
Well,
Let me enter librarian mode.
Yeah, story time.
the other day. No, really.
That was the other day. That was the other day.
The other day. No, the other day, it's nice out. We have a couple dogs. We're walking our dogs. And Zach has a lot of really awesome neighbors. That's a neighborhood that I'm going to hate leaving. But one of the neighbors sees us, always really nice guy. And he's like, hey, I ended up buying an extra bag of oranges. I don't know how this happened. So here you go. You guys take this bag of oranges and you guys have them because I'll never be able to eat 2 bags
and don't get scurvy. This is why. Take the oranges.
You know what they say about bags of oranges?
No.
They don't leave bruises.
Oh.
I know why he bought the extra bag and he planted the evidence on you.
I wasn't expecting that from Quinn.
Me neither.
That's all I know about oranges because I don't eat them.
I've never heard that. That's hilarious.
We get home and Zach's like, don't eat those oranges. I'm
what?
Like, why? And he's like, you don't eat food from other people like that.
What?
It's true. You don't eat food from listeners.
Well,
no, that's different. Hold on. Back up.
You could be a listener.
Back up. Well, yeah. Back up, though. An orange has a natural shell. So you don't just take an orange and bite into it, you freaking barbarian. You peel it off. So what's wrong with this?
Well, what if they put drugs in with a needle and just squirt it in?
God. This is as bad as the people that used to think there'd be a razor in every candy bar on Halloween.
Let me tell you all the rules that he has.
There's needles in that Snickers. No, there's not.
He don't eat food from neighbors. Apparently, is a new one. That's a new one for me. Didn't know that we can't eat food from neighbors.
Only food from neighbors you like.
Bring the oranges in here. We'll go to town.
If we all go to dinner and there is leftovers, and I say to Zach, do you want leftovers? Nope. He will not eat leftovers
unless take a doggy bag?
Unless he was at the restaurant. If I brought leftovers, because he's afraid that you gave me something off of your plate and put it in my leftovers. Like, say, for instance, you're like, I don't want the extra fries. Allie, you take them. So then I pile them in. He won't eat that.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
Is he the kind of weirdo who doesn't like their food touching each other?
No, he's fine with that. Okay. He's totally fine with that. Wait, I have another one. Oh, it gets even better.
Wow.
So at family functions, he will only eat food that his mother has put in a container. If, like, his brother Alex did it, he won't eat it.
Put it in the Tupperware to take home.
Yeah, but if Alex...
Like, he could be standing there watching him scoop stuffing in turkey, because that's every family get-together, stuffing in turkey.
If Alex touches it, and Alex puts it in a Tupperware container, he won't eat it.
Because Alex is looking to take out the family.
Yeah.
It is the weirdest thing. So now...
That one's weird.
I gladly will eat whatever Alex touched.
What brought this on?
I will gladly eat a fry that came off of Scott's plate. I will gladly eat a bag of oranges from the neighbor because he bought an extra bag on accident.
Well...
No, I'm sorry. I don't believe he swung that bag around and clocked his wife in the next week.
You would never know. It doesn't leave any evidence.
And he didn't put a syringe of drugs in there. Yeah. Like,
there's no needle in the Snickers.
Yes. This is no, you can't eat that. And he's like, I can't believe you're gonna eat those oranges.
Yeah, that's really weird. I will tell you this. Let me go to the middle one where it's the food from the restaurant.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you're out with all your... Actually, I eat a lot of food you bring into this radio station that you were with.
I eat all of your left. Like, half time you have stuff over.
Yeah,
and you're like,
exactly.
I eat it all the time.
I know.
I always offer Quinn. I'm like, hey, I got an extra half an omelet. You want it?
That's another thing. If somebody brings in a crock pot of chili from at work, if they're doing like a chili cook-off or something, like a crock pot cook-off or something, he will not eat something from somebody's house.
Okay, he's dancing into a territory I understand with that one. Let me come back to that.
Okay.
Let me come back to that. The oranges, that's ridiculous. Eat the oranges. Do the oranges still exist? Can you get them in here?
I mean, yeah. If I'll go to his house.
Fish them out of the trash.
Well, no, I'll go to his house this weekend. I'll bring you the oranges.
Okay, I'm just thinking to myself, why waste them? That's a ridiculous waste. Food's expensive nowadays. I am now my parents,
especially fruit.
Yes, exactly. Well, you should see the price of eggs.
Yeah.
So from that, now the middle one,
What was the middle one?
The middle one was food from a restaurant. Now, you put an interesting twist on that. So you're there with 3 of your girlfriends, and Allie has half a steak left, and she's got, the garlic mashed potatoes, but then, name a friend.
Sarah.
Sarah has 5 onion rings left and doesn't want them. And it's like, why take 5 onion rings home? That's ridiculous.
Right,
But
and I'm like, no, I want them.
They can go in your box because I want them.
Right.
And then we go over to name another friend.
Sonia.
Okay, that's of course there's Sonia. So Sonia has, I don't know, deep fried dill pickles. Listen to me. Gonna give labor over here. Deep fried dill pickles. 2 of them. 2 of them. Yes, put them in the box because I want to eat them. Now, if you have 2.5 dill pickles that are deep fried and the half has teeth marks in it, leave that one on the plate.
Okay, let me throw you
leave that one on the plate.
Let me tell you another one. So this was last summer, I think, that my mom, my aunt and her husband came into town. My great aunt and great uncle came into town. We're all eating at a barbecue joint.
Okay.
Where there was collard greens. Well, the collard greens were delicious, but you get to a point where you're like, I'm done eating collard greens. So my mom scoops all the collard greens into my box for me to take home because they were at an Airbnb and they were like, we're not going to eat them, but Allie will eat them. And so then Zach's like, you are not. You're going to eat collard greens that touched your 80-year-old uncle's mouth. I'm like, well.
But they didn't.
But he goes, but the fork went from his mouth back into collard greens.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's so disgusting.
Okay,
I kind of get that. I kind of get that, but I think I would still eat it.
Like, right? Like an onion ring is separate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dill pickle separate.
Yeah, I don't want your salad that you didn't finish eating brought home. That's, from your friend. I don't want that. But
so after he said that to me, I was all going to go ham on collard greens. After that, I was like,
just out of spite.
he ruined it. I couldn't eat the collard greens after that.
I love how you said, sometimes you have to, stop with the collard greens. I'd like to know when I'm going to start. Do you know I've never had one? Never.
Oh my God. I will.
I'm not opposed to it. It's just like I've never had one. Like I've had spinach. I've had everything. I've never had a collard green.
My mom.
I thought that just meant assortment of vegetables. What is a collard green?
No, it's like this soggy green. But it's so good.
This might be all
a color.
you.
You're describing a color.
Like a leafy.
It looks kind of like a soggy spinach that's been like boiled down to nothing, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And there's usually like bacon in there or onions and garlic and my God.
I'm not 100% sure that texture's for me. Maybe.
I will
Wet
order
leaves?
them. Wait, I will take you to the place that we got them from.
Okay.
And they are so good.
I'll try it. Who knows? Maybe collard greens, when I see them on a menu, will be a new choice for me. I've never had them.
And if you don't finish them, I will gladly eat them.
I'll make sure to, lick my fork and just put it in, He's
just ridiculous on the food rules. And
that is a little kooky.
Oh,
now, the one about any other family member besides his mother packing it.
Oh, my God.
What a mama's boy.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
I got to get a prop for this. Hold on a second.
Scott and his props.
If it turned out, hang on, I'll be right back because I happen to.
We'll be right here.
If it turned out, because why wouldn't I have a spoon? If
my
it turned
God,
out
so
that his brother was packing the gravy, mashed potato stuffing, and turkey, which I joked because for those that don't know, every family get together at Zach's. They do Thanksgiving dinner for everything. A birthday in March is a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
But if the brother was just doing holding the bowl, okay, we're scooping mashed potatoes into a container for you to take home. That's fine. Now, if the brother did one of these, boom.
Yeah.
Then,
sure.
I
get that.
I think that's what he doesn't trust. And he's like, well, I don't know if they wash their hands or I don't know what else that they've touched. Because
just no one in the family, even this guy.
Well, okay,
Says mommy.
Let me tell you another thing. This is so good. So his niece just turned 1, and of course she's still in diapers, right? Mm-hmm. And I helped change a diaper. So I was like trying to, love on him, and he's like, ew. Get away from me with your Adeline poo-poo hands. I said, I washed my hands.
Did you? Yeah, I was going to say, you washed them, right?
I washed them like 50 times.
What does he want you to do, a chemical shower?
And he's like, I watched you touch her butt and her poop.
You know what? That's not fair because he probably touched his butt and his poop that day.
Yes, yes.
And you definitely touched your butt and your poop that day.
Oh yes.
Exactly.
Listen,
I've
I am
touched way
excited.
worse.
I'm excited when my finger blasts through the toilet paper because that's probably the most recent time I've had a piece of ass.
Why are you the biggest germaphobe ever?
Can I
He's
ask?
a weirdo.
Can I suggest a?
Oh, he takes like 3 showers a day, by the way.
Can I suggest a
The
really?
water bill.
Can I see that he'll always pay it? Can I? That's never going to be an alley bill.
No.
Can I suggest a horrible trick to play on him?
Oh, I'm ready.
He's gonna bring Nutella into the mix.
No,
isn't
I'm
he?
not. No,
okay,
I'm
let's
not.
hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna do this very delicately because I don't want to
Why?
be.
It's the Not for Air podcast.
I know, but I don't want to be so out there that it's like because this is very personal for
I'm
you.
so
This
excited.
this deals with your sex life. Are
Oh.
you sure you want me to say this the way that I could say it, or dance a little bit?
Okay, maybe you should dance a little
Okay.
bit because I have no clue what you're going to say, but I'm just excited.
This deals with him and the food situation.
Okay.
So when you guys, the next time that there's some personal exchange, and let's say a Zach head goes lower on the alley body, look at him and go, I just want to point out, Zach, I know your phobias about what you eat, and you're not the only person that's sat at this restaurant.
That is so mean.
I
But
know.
like a lot
That
dirtier.
is
I mean,
so-
that would end the conolingus.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying.
I cannot do that.
I know, but it would be great.
Oh my God, he would he would cut me off forever.
It would be great.
Yeah,
I know.
no.
I mean, you're right. That would be more of a
That's
punishment
just-
for you.
Yeah, that's just mean.
But you know, the theory goes there. You're
Right.
willing to do certain things, but you're, okay, weird.
It's all food related. Like it all comes down to like, yeah.
Okay, I told you I'd dance for you on that one
Thank
because
you.
I didn't want. But there's something to be said.
Of course, you had the mean comment.
Well, it's not mean. It's kind of funny when you
Did I
think
tell
about
you
it.
guys the prank that I'm going to pull on my friends? Which, oh my God, I got to do it before
This podcast
yeah,
is
I
released?
have to. Yeah, because she listens. But it's I think it's going to be a hysterical prank. She's not a swinger, but
Oh, you did tell me this.
I've been dying to say this. There is a pineapple doormat at Wegmans. So I'm going to go buy the pineapple doormat and turn it upside down and put it at their front door that they don't use very often. And because they always go in and out of their garage. So the next time a guest comes over, they're going to be like, oh, you're into that. And I can't wait for them to discover. Unfortunately, I'll never actually see their face, but it's a great prank.
It
Just
is
install
funny.
some of your cameras from your house and move them into
Yeah.
there.
I should.
Hey, do you mind if I put one of my cameras up at your house? I want to see what's going on there too.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
not
tell
weird.
Tell them.
Not weird at all.
Okay, well, I'll let you know how the prank goes. And if she mentions it, says anything, she's going to say something to me because, she calls me on everything, right? Like,
Sure.
Yeah, it's going to be like, oh my God, there's this pineapple doormat at my door. Anyway,
I love it.
I know,
think it's
I do
great.
too.
I love it too.
It's just so sly.
I think you should do more than that. I think you should buy a bunch of tiny little pineapple related things.
Yes, and
like a magnet on the fridge.
And also I can
An
put
actual pineapple.
like those little figurines, put them in their lawn.
Just buy them
Pineapple
some.
figurines.
Yeah, like
They
if you
make
go
those?
if you go to Hobby Lobby, they'll have like a section of like all zebra stuff. Then
Yes,
it's all
because Hobby Lobby is certainly the store that's thinking about swingers.
no, I know that they're
The
not.
most Christian-run store on the planet.
I know they're not, but I'll just go get like a bunch of little pineapple figurines and then put them upside down in their little bushes and stuff. Oh, this is great.
Okay, you're onto something
I
here.
know,
yeah.
I know.
Now, just remember, they could get back at you somehow. I don't know what they could plan, but if they figure out ever that it's you, well, all
Well,
right.
now she's gonna know, 'cause
Listen to the next podcast. But
She's an avid listener.
Yeah, there's a good chance that you'll get a get back one day, so you just have to be ready. Yeah,
I
you're
like
a good
it
sport.
though. Yeah,
you're a good-
I love a good exchange of pranks. I'm totally down for it.
Yeah, if anybody can
If this
do
starts
it.
a prank war, I'm gonna be so into it.
Yes. What sucks is I just need the camera footage, and they don't have cameras, by the way. And I of course go to work before everyone, so I can just sneak. Whoop. There you go.
Here's the thing, though. You mentioned something about pranks. You're
Yeah.
the one that's good into taking pranks. You know what I mean? Like, you enjoy a prank exchange.
I
Quinn,
do.
are you a good back and forther, or because I'm not at all.
No, I think you're right. I think you can dish it, but you can't take it.
Oh my
I
God.
bet.
Speaking of that, I had an ex that, first of all, I picked this couple because they can. They're such good sports. But I had an ex we would like go back and forth. I didn't date this guy very long, but we would like kind of go back and forth
It was all the pranks.
Yeah, with exchanges. And he would dish it, but then I would give something back and he could not take it.
I'm not, well, for me, I can take it and have a chuckle. I'm just not big into him. And I'm like, I'll remember one year I was, it's got to be maybe almost 8 years ago, because I think Gavin was pretty young. So Annette is like, hyper Polish, like, her parents right off the boat type Polish. And she...
Uber Polish.
Uberski Polish. Yeah. And they celebrate the Dingus Day, right? And I remember, I swear it has something to do with water. And I remember coming in, thank God it was a warm, I think like, that time of year, because usually it can be chilly.
Yeah.
I come walking in, she had placed a bucket on top of the door full of water, so it poured on me. Do you remember this? You were part of this somehow.
Well, so
that's like from the classic book
I
of
know.
pranks.
Oh, it is.
Well, when you guys first got together, it was very like silly. It's like that first dating. You're right. I think Gavin was born, because then what happened after that was she had said something about like Gavin's poop. And was it pudding, or she put something?
It was Nutella.
Yeah.
It was the Nutella.
Oh, okay. She put something in a diaper and she's like, oh my gosh, look at Gavin's poop. So I was there for this.
Yes.
Because I was trying to record it. And so she takes the diaper and then like goes to smear it in Scott's face. I thought it was great. Oh, and do you remember, did she Vaseline the handles on the sink?
Maybe.
I thought
think
so, at your old house.
I think so.
It was something like that. Or did she put the rubber band on the...
Oh, it was the rubber band on the sprayer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what she got me with that one. Yeah.
And it was just all in good fun.
I wasn't into it.
I don't think Scott took it as well.
I'm not really good at the although I think I licked the diaper because I knew it was just Nutella. Remember at the end?
I mean, at first his face, or he like it was like the Matrix. You're like, whoa!
A flying brown diaper comes your way.
Yes.
You don't have time to analyze. Oh, that's Nutella. All right.
Right.
I get that.
But,
you're right, but I feel like you didn't.
I'm not a good pranker. I'm not a
Right.
good prank taker, and I'm not a good giver. It's just not a skill set of mine.
You did not enjoy the fun of it as much as we did.
No, I mean some people do, and that's fine. Some people do. I'm just not.
I'd rather watch the prank war between two people than be in the prank war.
There's a couple on TikTok that pranks each other all the time too, and I love watching it. I think it's
that's
fantastic.
great.
My friend Jessica,
Because I don't get hurt.
yeah, my friend Jessica and her husband, they do the same thing, always pranking each other. There's some sort of like box that you can open. You can buy this on Amazon. You open it and it jumps out and scares
Oh,
you.
the
yeah,
exploding
yeah.
box.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen this thing.
Yes.
I freaking cracked
Many
up.
deaths.
Yeah. Many eyes have been lost due to this.
But I don't see that you and after like Scott was kind of a little sourpuss about it. I don't see the pranks ever being revisited.
No,
I think you tainted it for her.
Yeah, it was not. I'm sorry. Some things
Sore
are good,
loser.
some things not so much. But you're a pranky person, so it works. I mean,
you
you
guys-
just got to be with the pranky people. Need to be with pranky people. If you're a pranky person without a prank, there's no way Zach's going to let you get him with stuff.
No, and actually, him and I've talked about it, and he's like, the difference is if you get me, it's going to come back to you, and it's going to be just way worse. Like,
Yeah,
he's
and
like,
you're not gonna
he's
like
out
it.
for blood.
You're not going to like
Oh.
it.
Yeah,
I
okay,
get
well, not
that.
blood, but
I
you know.
understand that. I do.
I actually want to know, because I've never met Zach. I want to, based on what I'm about to ask you, is going to make me see how cool he actually is.
Okay.
But because he likes history and birds, he's not doing great so far. But so I saw this thing on TikTok or Twitter or something, and it was a Nerf gun leaning against the front door, and there was a note from the husband's wife that said, "Dear husband, I'm inside with my own Nerf gun somewhere. Game on."
I love it.
Would Zach, like, if you left that note and a Nerf gun for Zach, would he react the way that I'm hoping he would?
Well, so yes, he would come do it, but
Okay.
it's like if we were to go do paintball, you would think that if Scott and Annette are going to go do paintball, Scott might pelt her at the end and not like get her. No, Zach would be like,
That's what I want.
like, suck it up, Buttercup.
I just thought
See
maybe,
me with the mask on with the camera, like,
I just thought it might be more entertaining to say I'm naked inside with a Nerf gun. Take off your clothes and get this Nerf gun. See what happens.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be a lot of
on
fun.
that one, yeah.
But I'm definitely going to get well.
I got the suction cups.
That's great. Got me.
I love that you turned it into something naked.
This is Scott we're talking about.
I know, right?
That sounds kind of fun. Because honestly, if I came home and Nanette goes, I'm inside with a Nerf gun and that's all that's going on, I'm going to turn around and go to Walmart.
So he's boring.
Are you serious?
So he's the boring one.
God, just play along.
I am.
Which is so
You know
weird
how
because
funny that would be? You're like, where the fuck?
you're in a job that's so fun, and then
Yes.
you go home and what do you just turn off the fun?
It's like what I've said to you before. After we get done with all the things we do at work, sometimes I don't feel like talking. Sometimes I don't feel like playing. I mean, I can get rev back up to play at some point, but you got to time it right. If I'm coming home and it's Thursday, and I'm coming home and I've been we've had some busy weeks. I mean, for all the good reasons, but pick and choose your time. If it's a Saturday afternoon and it's something funny and playful, okay, that works. But a lot of times pranks don't time out on your schedule where you can enjoy them. It's because you suddenly get this freaking funny bone up your ass and you want to do something when you want to do it.
Is that where it is?
No consideration for the other person. Like, they've been busy.
Most people have it in their elbows. Allie's got one in her ass.
That's a little slap and tickle. Okay, so I had an ex once who was very much like this. As soon as he came home from work, he was like, I have to sit on the couch. I have to de-stress.
That's why he's an ex.
Oh, yeah. I mean, besides multiple other reasons.
Oh, okay.
But that was his thing. He was like, you could not bother him for like at least an hour as soon as he got home from work.
I mean, I look, I can't criticize. Everybody's different. I'm not quite that bad, but I also understand too, depending on the level of intensity, if we just did 12 hours on the air like we did recently for a fundraiser, the last thing I want to do is come home and
your
have
significant other would know that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No.
I wouldn't be like, this guy's been miserable for 12 hours.
Nope.
Let's go.
Unfortunately, you're wrong. People get the funny bone when they get the funny bone, and you have to be subject to it. I don't believe everybody sits there and goes, I understand they've had a busy day. Nope.
Personally, if you had a busy day, I don't even want to talk to you because you're going to complain about your busy day, and I don't want to hear it.
I think you're right, though. I think if Annette had a prank that she really wanted to do, she's like,
she's going to do it.
Yeah, I got my eyes on the prize. I want to do this as soon as he gets home, no matter what.
You want to hear a dirty joke?
Your audience.
Do I want to hear a dirty joke? Yes.
Yep. What is
Two pigs fell in the mud?
What is a puppy and a gynecologist have in common? A nearsighted gynecologist.
What does a puppy and a nearsighted gynecologist have in common?
Well, I'm glad this is not for air.
I don't know.
Because I know where this is probably going to go.
Wet nose.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell that again.
Yes, you are. Remember to say nearsighted gynecologist. It makes no sense if you just say regular gynecologist.
Right,
People
right.
are like, really?
Well, that's weird. Is that how they do that?
Nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy, you get something. Regular gyno, it doesn't work.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. Anything else happening?
No, that's it.
Really?
I'm done for the day.
You're all right. No meetings?
You're shutting this down.
No meetings that you have to get
She's
off
like,
to
I don't
right
want
away?
a fucking podcast
I
anymore.
don't. I scheduled everything for tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. Wait, tomorrow it's, we're recording on a Thursday for those that don't know. You're going to shut up. We're recording. It's you're booking a Friday to do
but
things?
it's the fun stuff.
Oh,
Yes, I scheduled some video shoots for a Friday.
Oh, that's fine. All right, you'll have a good time.
Yeah, no, that's something different. But
I thought it was going to be
What
like
time?
high-powered meetings.
One of them's at 12 and one of them's at 1.
Cool.
All right.
Then here's my thing about producing for you guys is when both of you are gone before me, I have no guilt leaving afterwards.
I was actually going to look at you and say, she's out of here.
I'm just
at
like, if I'm
11:30,
done, I'm gone.
11:45, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about.
We gone.
Hell
we
yeah.
gone. Speaking of we gone, we'll be back, next week?
Next week?
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.